All right, we're going there. Let's talk about it. Apple shot their latest Keynote event on the iPhone, and that's interesting for a couple of reasons. I recently posted this reel about how gear matters a lot. Some people loved it. Some people really didn't like it. But I think the takeaway is that gear matters because of the subconscious impact that it has when you're watching it. So when I was watching the Apple Keynote, I'm a DP. Like I'm kind of tuned to seek out certain image quality characteristics. And when I was watching the Apple Keynote, I kept saying to myself, there's something different about the way this looks. I can't quite put my thumb on it. I can't quite put my finger on it. But something looks different. And I wasn't a huge fan of it. It wasn't like glaringly obvious that it was throwing me off and taking me out of the viewing experience, but something looked different, and I wasn't a huge fan. So a couple of things. One, I don't think we can understate enough the production value of location and really, really good composition. Apple Park is a gorgeous building. It's a beautiful setting. There's symmetry. There's interesting lines. Obviously, lighting plays a huge role as well. You can't understate that enough in terms of selling a quality look. So set design, art department, all that stuff that isn't an image quality thing that goes into crafting a shot, super, super important and played a huge role in the overall look of this keynote. Second, I just mentioned it a little bit, lighting. Lighting will go so much further than the camera will in terms of crafting a quality image. So there's two things. The third and final thing I want to touch on is the fact that I did notice that something was different. And oftentimes when it comes down to image quality and why gear matters, it's the sum total of all the little parts that create something that's felt more than obviously seen. And that was the result of this keynote being shot on the iPhone. And something I think is worth talking about is all other things being equal. Great lighting, great set design, great location, incredible camera movements, great visual effects, all of it. All other things being created equal, a good camera will still produce a better image than a phone or this, that, the other. Now, it's worth mentioning that it's incredible, right? It's incredible that they were able to pull off a production like this with a phone and have it look as good as it did. But once again, all other things being created equal, there was still something that felt very different. And when it comes to the conversation about gear and why gear matters and why choosing the certain pieces of gear that we use to create films, why it matters, it's more of something that's felt than seen. And you're not always going to be able to put your finger on what exactly it is, but you'll know there's a difference and you'll feel that difference. Until next time, I'm Sam Lucas. Peace.